What's going on, people? Welcome back to Curtis Shaw TV. Back with another live preview today. Special guest in the building. Needs no introduction. Mr. Big Dawg himself. Grizz in the building. What are you saying, bro?
Bro, I'm good, man. I'm good. You know what? It's funny you said back again for another stream because we were just talking off air, man. You know, for two teams that are not talked as much as the oil state run clubs these days, we get a hell of traction, man. You know what I mean? But it's good to be on, man. Thank you very much for having me on.
No, my pleasure to have you. You know what it is, brother? I said earlier in the week I'm gonna get, a Liverpool content creator on. I said, you let me know who you want. And I'll be honest, like 70-80%, everyone was like, get Grizz,
Wait,
get Grizz. You know what I'm saying?
I'm humbled, man. I'm humbled. But you know what? We were just talking off air, yeah?
Yeah, yeah.
That, like, I think the reason is because what's the word I'm looking for, Curtis? You need to help me out here. Maybe
An Arsenal
sympathetic. No, no, stop that. We need to listen. We need to bun that straight away before your listeners and viewers get, start on me and the Liverpool fans get on me. Look,
Yeah.
I have got a soft spot for Arsenal. It
Yeah.
does emanate from the Wenger days. Like as soon as that man, I used to hate you guys under George Graham.
Okay.
Yeah, dead football. When I say dead football, efficient, 1-0 to the Arsenal.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Very, very much like Chelsea now, right? But then when that man came through, and do you know what I respected the most? And it's probably, I don't know if you agree with me, right? I was talking to Turkish on his channel, and I was saying, you guys done it very similarly to how we done it. You guys done it back in the day. You didn't spend big bucks.
No.
You found gems and turned them into next level players. So I appreciated the time you done it because Man United were the big boys then, money-wise. Well, they still are, but you know what I mean, financially. Yeah. And you guys done it smartly and cleverly through Wenger's coaching and his nurturing of young players. So from that time, I respected that, man. You know what I mean? And I still got a little soft spot for Arsenal, it's not...
Yeah.
So
that's why the fan base like you, because you're kind to us. We all watch you on the Big Six, great show. And, you're doing big things there. And we like the fact you're kind to us. Even when we're having a tough spell, you're like, they call you Grizz, in fact, don't they? Grizz.
Do you know what it is? Look, it's always difficult from talking from the outside. Obviously, you mans know your club far more than me. Obviously, you know what's going on, how your team's playing, how your coach is, how setting up, or how your coach is progressing or not progressing, as the case may be.
Yeah.
But it's always good to give an outside perspective from what we're seeing. Sometimes it's good to get a perspective of someone who's not in the doghouse, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, I get
Do you know what I mean? Like overall perspective. And don't get me wrong, like it's sad to see you're miles away from the league elite. I just think, Curtis, there is light at the end of the tunnel. Like
I hope you're right, man. I hope so.
I think there is light at the end of the tunnel, and it's not of quick progress because we've been there.
Yeah.
You got to remember, I'm talking from a point of I know what I want. We've been there, man.
Yeah.
We've been in the doldrums, like nothing club, finishing 6th, 7th.
Roy Hodgson
era, the darkest era. So I kind of know the route. I see the route, and look, I'm not comparing Arteta to Klopp by any stretch of the imagination, not even remotely.
Yeah.
But he's a young coach, very much like Rodgers was. And how Rodgers sort of took us on a little bit. Maybe Arteta's the man before the real man, if you know what I mean, that's going to take you to the promised land. It's it's always good to see Arsenal back at the top, man. That's what I'm saying, man.
I mean, listen, like from my point of view, and I've said this openly before, like my dad's a Liverpool fan. He was a
That's
season
mad.
ticket
My
holder.
my son's an Arsenal fan. That's mad.
That's mad, isn't it? So what I'm saying? And even when I was a kid, like naturally, when you're a father, you want your kids to support your club. When I was a young kid, my dad's putting me in Liverpool shirts. John Barnes, candy on the front. You know what I mean?
What happened? Once he put that top on you, why did you not feel the power? When he put that John Barnes top on you, why did you not feel the force?
Do you know what it was? I don't know what it was. Right, it was righty and them, man.
Right,
I swear, righty.
Right, yeah.
The JVC, the red and white. I don't know, man. It was powerful. And then but yeah. So for me, do you know what? I think Arsenal and Liverpool have got a lot of mutual respect. I don't really feel like Arsenal hate Liverpool or Liverpool hate Arsenal. There's a respectful rivalry there between the two clubs, I think.
Yeah, 100%, man. As I've said, I've never felt hatred towards Arsenal. I disliked you loads, as I said, under the George Graham era, but
Yeah.
that was probably out of jealousy, really, because you was winning every
Mm.
week. You know what I mean? You'd win every week. It was one of those, you score a goal and you know it's all over.
Yeah, yeah,
You ain't getting through that Arsenal defense. But as I said, over the years, like especially the glory years under Wenger, some of
yeah,
that football, come on, that's liquid gold, man. That's like,
yeah,
people talk about Pep's football now, or even Klopp's football. Like when he first came in, like we've played some devastating football. Pep
yeah.
has played the total game, but people forget Wenger made that total game famous, man, in this Premier
Yeah.
League, man.
It's
He's the
true.
one who invented that total football, man. So if you don't respect that, you're not a real football man. Come on, you
Of
have to
course.
respect that. You have to respect that.
Let's talk about now and where we are now.
Hmm.
Like, do you feel like Liverpool? Do you feel like their title win was tainted a little bit? You know, with no fans, no parade. People tried to play it down a bit. You know, maybe jealousy again. But do you feel like Liverpool need to win that title again and have the fans there and all of that energy?
So look, tainted from the point of view, like no fans. We had what people forget this, and I have to remind them every time. We had won the title before the COVID set in, like no fans. We had won the title. We were
It was a
25,
wrap.
26 points. It was a wrap, man. Anyone tells me otherwise, come on,
Yeah.
you're smoking some hard shit, bro. Come on. If you're telling me no, there was still a chance for other teams. So
Mm,
I'm not having it that the no crowds played any part, yeah, in terms of the title race. We had it
mm.
won by February. Easy. Yeah. 25, 26 points clear. Come on. Even you know, Curtis, man.
It
No
was
one's
over.
catching us the way we were playing football anyway.
Mm.
But tainted from a fan's point of view, in terms of I didn't get to feel it, if you know what I mean. Yeah,
Yeah.
man. Yeah, man. It's mad. Like, people always ask me, what was I doing when we won the league? Like, I was literally around my mate's farm. He's got a lovely big farm.
Mm.
And me and some old boys, because you got to remember, I'm old school, right? So we just sat there chilling. None of us drank. We had watermelons, mangoes,
Proper.
pomegranates, all cut out. We just sat there and we just looked at each other. We done it. Because you got to remember, 30 years we had to wait for that shit. So it's one of
Yeah, yeah,
those film scenes, like we just sat around the big farm late at night, lights on, and we just looked at each other. We were emotional. Like we
yeah,
finally done it. Yes, I would have rather been going mad in a parade
yeah,
with
yeah,
Liverpool. It would have been the biggest parade this country's seen, man.
yeah.
It wasn't
You
to
lot
be.
know.
So, but from a legacy point of view, I kind of agree with you. While Klopp is here, while we've got a world-class manager, we do need to win it one more time just to cement that great legacy. Like he's going to be
Mm.
a bad man forever in my life.
Yeah, yeah.
But just to cement that absolute greatness, he needs to bring us a Champions League or a league title one more time before he goes.
Do you know what's crazy? You would have thought Liverpool won the league. You think, yeah, Grizz will be having a party. You know what I mean? Man's
No,
sitting in a farm eating
no.
pomegranates, man. Like, you can't
Pomegranates,
write that.
women's. Oh, listen, I'm serious. That was the maddest scene. We looked at each other and we're just
Yeah,
nodding and we're
yeah, yeah.
emotional because we done it. It was like we done it. We waited so many fucking years for this shit, and through so many trials and tribulations, false dawns.
Yeah, yeah.
Like people need to know, 2013-14, I paid £500 for my ticket to go and see Stevie G, my hero, slip. And on the
Oh,
way back, I
oh.
cried. I
Did
cried
you?
like a baby. Yeah, I cried like a baby. Like I really thought we were going to win the league. So it wasn't
Yeah,
even the money. Okay, the money hurt. I had to work
yeah, yeah.
extra hard for 2 weeks. All right, the money
Yeah,
hurt,
yeah, yeah.
but it was the madness of it all. So we've had full dawn. So when this one came along, and we had won it by February, that's the thing about it. The beauty of it is we didn't even get a chance to get excited. We had
No,
smashed it by February. So, but yeah, man, we got to win it one more time. I agree with what you're saying.
yeah.
Like just to know that, you know what I mean, it was a great time under Klopp. I hear that.
It's crazy, man, because like the thing with Liverpool, I feel like the biggest factor in your turnaround was Klopp for me. I think you probably agree. Like, such a great manager. Arsenal were even linked with him at one point. And that was the thing that worried me about Arteta, because I was like, do you know what? The manager is the thing that makes the difference. Thomas Tuchel at Chelsea, Pep at Man City, and I felt we need that giant of a manager as well. That's where I've had a lot of doubts about Arteta. I can't lie. I've been very critical of him. I think we're slowly turning the corner, but what makes you think there's light at the end of the tunnel then? You say you think there's light there for Arsenal.
So the point I try to make, all right, and as I said, I'm not claiming to be more knowledgeable about any of your viewers and listeners than their club. You guys know your club way more than I do. But from the outside and from experience of Liverpool, I just see him as a young, progressive coach who learned under Pep. He must have learned a lot under Pep, because when you're under Pep Guardiola, he's so intense that you can't help but learn off that. You have to. Yeah, if you're a student of the game. Arteta comes off as a student of the game. He comes in after you've tried the more experienced coach, someone who's won in Europe, in Unai Emery. You went for the big dog, right? Like one of the most sought after managers at the time. Yeah. Now that didn't work, or you didn't think it was working. The relationship between the players and the squad was untenable. I think, correct me if I'm wrong, Curtis, I think that was one of the major reasons that there was the harmony in the squad was not there anymore. There was rifts, there was social media spats, public spats, so it became untenable. You employ this guy, and this guy, he comes into a mess, Curtis. I've said it many times before. He came in. Is that my?
I think it's your.
Just give me 1 second. Let me try to work that out. What that is.
Give
me 1 sec. Sorry.
Yeah. No worries. Yeah, man, you have to mute that for a sec. Don't worry, I'll keep you going, people. Get your comments in anyway. We'll only be on for about 40 minutes because he's got a show at 10 o'clock, so make sure you go and watch that one as well. Arsenio said, Wagwan Curtis, my G. Johnny said, our fragile mentality has been transformed, thank God. Well, we'll find out tomorrow if it has been transformed, but it's definitely getting there. Temp said, survived the first half, scoring the second. We, the fans, celebrating the third. Curtis, take off that hoodie. Remember what happens when you put that on. Hey, I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you.
Sorry, guys. Apparently,
no worries.
That was my fridge, so we need to sort that out. Fuck's sake.
Yeah.
So look, he walked into a mess, man. I think, and the problems were, you can't expect a young man who's in his first senior job at a legendary club like Arsenal to fix the team, the shape, the disunity throughout that whole team and owners and everything. Because you guys were a total mess.
Yeah.
And I just think in this day and age, we want success straight away. We want instant fix. Come on. And we think we know what we're doing and we know what we would do and it would work. I just think he's going to make mistakes. It's his first job, people. He's going to make errors. There's going to be selections and sort of players that he thinks are good. It's a trial and error. I just think now that he seems to have got 5-6 players that you can tell are his players.
Yeah.
And you can see a difference. I see a difference. If you guys don't, then that's up to you lot. I see a difference in this Arsenal team that I have for the last couple of seasons. And that's the way I look at it. You know, it has to be slowly. You're not going to reach Man City, Chelsea, Liverpool in 1-2 windows. It's going to be a slow progress. And I see that, man. That's just me.
Hey, listen, I hope you're right. Do you know the interesting thing? I always bet at the start of the season on who I think is going to win the league. And do you know what? I actually bet on Liverpool at the start, more because I got 8-1 as well, which I thought was too good to turn down. But I'm kind of getting the feeling, I don't know what you think, that I feel like you're more maybe could win the Champions League than win the Premier League this year. What do you think? Where's your head at?
I hear that. People been saying that, and I see where they're coming from. And I think they're coming from a point of view where, because we didn't add to the squad, our squad may not be as deep as a Chelsea or a City for a league title race, because we're using the same players that we used for the last 4 years, in essence, apart from Konate and Jota and Thiago. We're using the bulk of the main squad. And the reason why people are saying that it's not as, I think the word durable, some people doubt the squad players' durability. People like Ox, people like Naby, people like Matip,
Yeah.
people like Bobby even if misses a few games. Even our goalkeeper Allison misses a few games. People like Virgil who are coming back from near enough season. Well, it was season-ending injuries. So people doubt our durability, which look, I think is a fair point. I think is a fair point. But I think our coach is one of them people that one of his key strengths is his reliable, what's the word? Trust in his troops.
Yeah.
And he sees them every day, every night, every training session. We don't. So he knows what state of mentality they're in, and if they're ready to go again. And he believed that they're ready to go again.
Yeah.
There's not a Liverpool fan that will sit here and tell you we shouldn't have added to our squad. We should have. We all agree to a one that we should have. But because this man got so much credit in the bank for winning us the Champions League, for winning us the Premier League, for bringing us back to the very top, he's got credit in the bank. So when man's got credit in the bank, you have to trust his calls. But if we come end of the season and we're dropping to third or fourth and we ain't done nothing, then if me and you have this conversation, it will be very different.
I mean, listen, we Arsenal fans, we're vexed with our owners. We want them owners out, American owners. I'm not saying all American owners, but these particular ones. Like me as a fan from the outside, I look at Liverpool and I kind of think you're in such a period of strength and dominance. Like, why have they not just given him, one or two players in the summer because if Liverpool don't win the title this year, I think it will be down to the lack of, Wijnaldum left. He was a massive player for you. Where was the replacement? Why haven't you left? I think Shaqiri left, Lallana,
I hear you.
I feel like they should have backed him a little bit more in the window.
So look, there's a couple of schools of thought even on that, right? First and foremost, your owners are horrible.
No.
Yeah, I'm going to say that. And I've always said it. I always say on the Big Six, I say the problem is not Arteta. The problem is your owners. That is the biggest problem. The second biggest problem is you haven't got football men running the structure, owning the structure. Where our owners corrected the mistakes in the first 5 years, you could say, because our owners been there 10 years, you've got to remember. The first 5 years, they didn't have football people making football decisions, just like your club. Once we started doing that, they've wronged a lot of their mistakes. By no means are they perfect. We know there's no such thing as perfect owners, right? Unless you're just a pure sugar daddy that can pull out 200 million every window. But we're not blessed like that. Yeah, let's be real, innit? We're not blessed like that. So what our owners done was correct a lot of their decisions by installing football people. Yeah, our sporting director Michael Edwards knows what he's doing. He's a boffin, apparently a nerd, stats nerd. He knows exactly what he's talking about. Employing Jurgen Klopp, who people talk about. They just pluck Jurgen Klopp. Nah, man. There was Ancelotti out there. There was Jurgen Klopp. I can't remember. There was another big boy manager out there that we could have got. But they got Jurgen Klopp because they knew Jurgen Klopp doesn't believe in only spending money to fix problems.
Yeah.
So they were smart. Don't get me wrong. They knew what they were doing because they knew we're not going to give him 500 million to build this squad. They knew we want a manager who believes in coaching. Now, bringing your question forward to this summer, I genuinely believe if Jurgen Klopp wanted one or two players, his players, he would have got them. I genuinely believe Jurgen Klopp couldn't get his players this summer.
Yeah.
And so therefore he said, I'll wait. And our manager's got a history of waiting for his players. I could give you loads of examples. He don't want choice
Anyone
B,
else.
choice C. Yeah. So if he wants a certain player, he will wait for him if it's possible.
Yeah.
And that's why I genuinely think he's been given assurances from players, agents, that it's very difficult to come this summer, regards to contract issues or club not letting them go or whatever. And I genuinely believe we will have an influx of at least 3 players this summer. But from a fan point of view, from not understanding the situation, I completely get that. I just want players. You're right, Gini Wijnaldum. But then when you deep it, look at the way Foden's progressing at City because Pep believes in him. Look at Smith Rowe progressing because Arteta believes in him. Our manager believes in Curtis Jones and Harvey Elliott was going to get Gini Wijnaldum in a minute. Harvey Elliott, before his injury, was, for me, player of the league. He was on smoke. I don't know if you saw any of the games.
I saw a few
Harvey Elliott was balling. he was playing serious ball. And so Klopp saw that obviously throughout the summer in training and said, I want Curtis Jones, who was a revelation last season, and Harvey Elliott. And then hopefully, fingers crossed, Ox and Keita being more available. So that's 4 players replacing Gini Wijnaldum, because Ox and Keita were non-entities for us last season. So he was hoping them 2 brothers come back, and then 2 emerging stars in Curtis Jones and Elliott, because trust me, Jones and Elliott are ballers. Them 4 players are going to replace Gini Wijnaldum's minutes. I don't think that was far-fetched, but that's just me. A lot of Liverpool fans will say, nah, bun that. I just want a new player. Jurgen Klopp don't always work and think like that. That's all I was going to say.
Yeah. I mean, looking ahead to the game, you go into the game, you live in that nice, in the nice seats, the comfy seats and that.
I work hard for that shit, man. Come on.
Yeah, listen, you work hard.
I'm joking.
You know what I mean? I bet I've been to Anfield a couple of times, man, and the view in the away end, if you're a bit back, you ain't seeing much.
You know what? Certain people have told me that.
Yeah.
Certain people have told me that if you're sitting in the way back, you're struggling.
You ain't seeing. Tomorrow, how do you think you're going to line up? Because obviously we get excited as the opposition fans, like not in a bad way, but early in the week, Mane's been sent home. I'm thinking, there you go, Mane's not playing, and Henderson's gone home. And then by Friday, you see the pictures, and they're all training. You're like, oh no, like who's playing for you? I know you've usually got good info on Liverpool. How do you think you'll line up tomorrow?
So listen, every team, first of all, every team does that, and every coach does that. Makes out their players are all dead. And then they just wake up like Tyson Fury. Do you remember when Wilder knocked him out? That's what they do, innit? Come match day, they're always up there. Yeah. We're gonna have a strong team tomorrow. Sorry, Arsenal people. There's no excuses from that side. And even Klopp said it today. He goes, look, you know what I mean? I'm not here to make excuses, whatever. Yeah. You know what I mean? Injuries, whatever. We've got a couple of squad players that may be missing. So Curtis Jones is missing. Joe Gomez missing. Robertson won't be risked.
You don't
Bobby
think
Firmino, Bobby Firmino, your arch nemesis enemy, like the one who's
injured,
comes alive, he's out. So there's 4 or 5. Naby Keita's out. So there's 4 or 5 players that are on the fringes of the first 11 that won't make it.
Okay.
As I say, the big dogs.
The big dog.
The big dogs are all there. Virgil, Matip, Fabinho. So I think we're going to set up Trent Alexander. He's going to be there. Obviously, Alisson. Yeah. I think the back 2 will be the usual. I think Matip and Verge. Yeah, man.
It's crazy, isn't it? At the start of the season, I would have been like Kanate, Gomez, and Matip.
You have to pick him. You know, Matip's underrated, man. I'm telling you, Matip's so underrated. People underrate him because he's always injured or he gets easily injured. But when the brother's playing, he's so cool and so calm. I'm telling you, he's so underrated. I know Virgil gets the plaudits, Robertson and whatnot, and Fabinho protecting them. But when you see this...
Who will it be? Tsimikas, you think, at left?
Yeah, I think Tsimikas will get the nod tomorrow.
I don't even know how you spell this guy's name.
T-S.
T-S.
And then T-S-I-M-I-K-A-S. K-A-S.
There it is. Yeah, we got it. Tsimikas. There you go. So is your midfield the full strength,
so it's going to be Fabinho and Thiago are 100%. Yeah. So you can put them in their bankers.
Yeah.
Which is not great for you guys. Because when these two play together...
Is Fabinho the best CDM in the Premier League?
That's a great question. Because you know me, I'm a very fair Liverpool fan.
Yeah. Right?
When he's on form and playing at his best...
Yeah.
If everyone's on form and playing at their best, yes. But there are times where he looks sluggish. And that's when he's getting played a lot. Because the way Klopp plays his midfield is like no other. Like, you have to put in some serious effort. And Fabinho is a machine, right? So when he's at his best, now Kante's not a DM.
Kante's not a DM, is he? Yeah, I'm comparing him to Ndidi and...
he's better than all of them. He's better than all of them. You can't be telling me Declan Rice season. Don't get me wrong. Declan Rice is bad. He's improved so much. But he's not on Fabinho's level overall. The only person that comes close to him is Rodri of City. Yeah, in my humble opinion.
Ball player, yeah.
Rodri is serious. But I'd say Fabinho is the best DM in the country, man, when he's on it. Thiago's playing tomorrow.
Thiago.
Yeah, these brothers ain't played together, man. When they have, we've got 100% record, man.
That's all we need.
Exactly.
Will Hendo play?
This is the key call, because Henderson is back and he's been training on his own, but he hasn't joined in first team training yet. Now, Klopp usually makes sure they have to have a training session before he plays them. He's not like Ole, desperate. You know what I mean? When just plays everyone and anyone. Like, look at Maguire playing last few seasons, man. Last few weeks. You know what I mean? Someone in the chat said, why have you got Maguire in your kitchen when I was talking about the fridge?
Oh,
you know
yeah.
Do you know what I mean? But really? I think Hendo will. I think Hendo will play.
Yeah,
and that's our strongest midfield, Curtis. I'm not gonna lie.
It is. That's what I mean. I was hoping a couple man weren't there, but yeah.
And then up front, you know what I mean. You know the drill. I think Europe knows the drill. We got man like Mane, Super Mane, and then my God. You know what I mean? I want.
Is he the best in the world? Is he the best in the world right now?
I don't want to say nothing. I want your.
You don't want to talk, do you?
No, I want your people to tell me about Salah. I want you and your people to tell me about Mohamed Salah. But he's serious, isn't it?
He's stepped it up a gear, hasn't he? He's in sixth gear now, man. The engine's roaring.
Do you know what? I'll tell you. Okay, all I'm going to say about him is every time every time the media and certain other clubs' fans question a section or a part of his game, the following season he shuts them up on that level as well. So if certain people say, "Oh, he's just a tapping merchant," he'll score monster goals from outside the area. Oh, he doesn't create, he'll go and create. Oh, he doesn't play for the team. Oh, he'll have record assists. Oh, he's got selfish streak to him. He'll show passion. Everything people criticize him for, he comes back stronger. Oh, he ain't got a right foot. Brothers, have you seen the last 2 goals he scored with his right foot when he's taking a piss out of people on the floor? So every time people say, "Oh, he ain't got this, he ain't got that, he ain't got techers," come on, man, just watch him.
Do you know what? I saw a tweet from a journalist. I forget who it was, but he said that Salah doesn't get the credit because he's Egyptian. He said if he was French or something like. Do you think that plays any kind of part? Or
Curtis, man, this whole topic is deep, isn't it? We're going to start going into...
Yeah. We're not going to go too, you know what I mean? But do you think it does play a part?
Yeah, man. For me, 100%. For me, perception, social media and the media out there, for me, you know, he may not be outgoing personality-wise, not seen, not have Instagram stories popping off, not be friendly with the media. He don't like giving interviews to British media. Yeah. And he's got every reason to, the way he was slaughtered when he was at Chelsea. See, people don't know this side to the story, you see. So the British media slaughtered him at Chelsea. And so he's got every reason to not be free with them and happy with them, like certain English players or French players may be comfortable giving interviews. And that works against him because they're not ready to give him the plaudits and the flowers when he deserves them. You know what I mean? So I think it does. I think it does play a part, man, where you're from and how you look and all these stupid things that shouldn't matter.
Yeah. AFC Max, thank you for the super chat. Said, "Hey, Grizz, I saw your match preview and match score. And to be honest, you have a point to say that score, but this is a different Arsenal. It's going to be 3-0 Liverpool. It's going to be 2-0 to Arsenal." I mean, listen.
I'll be shocked. I hear what you're saying. I hear what you're saying about this is a different Arsenal. And I did later on change that prediction to 3-1.
Oh, you gave us 1 goal, yeah? Thanks.
I think you'll score because you know what I mean.
And I think if we got any hope, we got to score first. Although we have scored first before, but I just think if you score first, man, it's going to ask questions a lot of these youngsters haven't had to answer.
It has to be first goal for you guys, but not even first goal, Curtis. If you guys keep it tight until, let's say, the 60th minute, because of our last couple of games, there's going to be a bit of tension. Yeah. So you could work on that theory. You know what I mean? Like, just stick in there. Don't go for the throat. Like, because I know you guys. I've seen certain Arsenal fans thinking you're going to go there and attack us.
No, we can't do that.
It's not easy. It's not easy.
I mean, for me, I think a lot of people saying with Arsenal, maybe we should add the third midfielder. I'll just go there and play this 4-4-2 that we've been playing.
Wow.
Honestly, I'm not, because you know what, Grizz? I've seen Arsenal turn up with 3-man midfield and get pumped. I would go with it. Laka will drop in the 10 role and help.
Well, this is it. That will be key for you guys, isn't it? That will be key because he has to. He cannot be. You can't leave Auba and Laka isolated up front and then leave your midfield, because look, people will know how much I rate Thomas Partey. I think Thomas Partey is an absolute monster of a midfielder, and we got first-hand experience because the way he dealt with us for Atletico last season, especially at their ground. At our ground, we smashed them, but we didn't get the result. You know what I mean? But Partey was a one-man wrecking machine in there, so I know how vital he is to you guys. But if you're coming to Anfield, and the way you've put Tavares in there, who's a very adventurous fullback,
he is
right ahead of Smith Rowe, who early on I said Elliott's been young baller of the season in his first 4 games. Well, since then Smith Rowe has been clear. Okay, maybe Foden, but Smith Rowe or Foden. If you're saying that you're brave enough to play in a 4-4-2 with Tavares and Smith Rowe up against Salah and Trent, I don't know. Then you got some balls about your team, bro. Because
I'm on it.
I don't know, man. I think that could be messy. That could be sticky. I would love Tavares to play. I would love Tavares to play.
Would you?
Yeah, I would. If I was Arsenal or if outside neutral, I don't want Tierney there. I rate Tierney a lot, Curtis. I rate Tierney a lot. I can't speak highly enough of him.
I just think from my point of view, I mean, Tierney hasn't played for a few weeks, although he did play for Scotland, but I don't know if I'm thinking about it wrong. I'm just thinking Tavares, I don't know, can we push you? I feel like on that right-hand side of your team is, you win the game there more often than not. I think Trent is unbelievable. I have arguments with people all the time. I think Trent is incredible. I haven't seen many right-backs who can run a game. I think sometimes, do you have to try and push him back a little bit?
100%. 100% you have to. 100% you have to. You have to push him back. You have to pressurize him. You have to create overlaps like Man City done. Yeah. But Man City done it differently, Curtis. And this is what the argument I've been having with certain Arsenal fans I've been speaking to all week. I don't know if you got the personnel to play the way City and Brighton did, because they took out both their strikers. You ain't taking out Aubameyang and Lacazette.
No, we can't do that. We've tried
Brighton and Man City did, Curtis. What Brighton and Man City done will take out both their strikers. Brighton didn't play that Mopai. I know you love Mopai.
No.
What's his name? City didn't have a striker, so they took both their strikers out and they flooded the midfield and they played 3 mans on Trent's side.
Okay.
So I don't know if you got the personnel to do that. So imagine you played Pepe on the right and then put Saka, Smith Rowe, and Auba on that left side. When I say left side, I mean not like all on the left side. Yeah. Attacking midfield, left wing, and then just left-sided wide forward. That's what these teams done, bro. They frustrated the life out of us and created opportunities. I don't know if you've got the personnel to do that, because that would mean literally not playing either, or maybe playing one. But I don't know. Maybe Arteta will play something different. But if he goes 4-4-2, in my humble opinion, that's not going to work at Anfield. In my opinion, this could come back to haunt me. And you lot could put on a master show like back in the day when Vieira and Henry and them man used to turn up and toy with us and Carragher and whatnot.
Yo, we used to come Anfield and enjoy ourselves, man. We get battered, we get slapped and sent home. So it's got to change sometime. But boy, do you know what? I'm going to finish off with a combined 11. I mean, do you know what? There's a guy on here called Liverbird, right? He's a big Liverpool fan.
Okay.
He's always bantering me. And he said to me, there's no point doing a combined 11 because he doesn't think we get one player in there. But I told him I'm going to try and squeeze someone in there. You know what I mean?
Fair enough.
I've got to squeeze someone in there. I mean, goalkeeper. Is he the best goalkeeper in the Prem? And is he the best goalkeeper in Europe, world football? You know, he starts ahead of Edison for Brazil. So
I think he's the best goalkeeper in the Prem, easily. Europe, I'm a massive Manuel Neuer fan. I am. I think Neuer is elite.
Even now, is he a bit past his best now?
Yeah, there's always that question raised at him, but he is. When you watch him play, you know what I mean? He's but it's a touch and goal. Oblak's dropped a little bit because Oblak was, for me, easily the best around. But Alisson, there's not much doubt he's in the top 2 in the world for me.
So we're going, Alisson in goal. Ramsdale's improving, but we've got a long way to go. You know, big dogs, as you call it, innit? You know, 70, 60 million, Brazil, all of that.
You know, that's what they've done for us, man. These players, that's what they turned us into, from hope into sort of reality. So, you know what I mean? That's why I labeled them the big dogs, man. They came through.
Right back Trent. You know, I had a massive argument the other week. I said, I think Trent's the best right back in the Prem. I do, honestly. And I know people point to his defensively. I think the defensive thing is exaggerated. I think you can get at him, but I don't think he's as bad as people make out. And I just think he's been in the trenches. You know, he's dealt with Leroy Sané at his best over 2 legs. He dealt with Ronaldo in that final, the one that you lost. You know, I think...
Curtis, this is music to my ears, and you can tell, and I'm not saying this to down anyone else, but you can tell you've played the game, bro. You can tell, because look at the way you're talking about him. People listen to people. Don't listen to Twitter. Don't listen to social media. Listen to the people that have played the game. Did you hear what Rio Ferdinand said about him the other day?
No,
one of the greatest centre-backs this country's ever seen, right? You know what I mean? And you know what I mean? People talking about Trent. First and foremost, Curtis, let me educate people that didn't know about Trent. He only started playing right back when he was 18. Deep that. All his career, schoolboy career, reserve career, young boy, he was an attacking midfielder. He was an attacking midfielder. Klopp thrust him into a Champions League game against Hoffenheim as a right back. Man dipped in a free kick, and the story started. Name me a 21, 22-year-old defender that doesn't have bad games in world football, Curtis. These people pick out 2-3 games a season and say, see, Zaha can twist anyone on his day, one day. Rashford can do the same. I'm naming you the people that keep putting the same clips up. Rashford done him. Do you remember Rashford done him? Yeah, Rashford did do him a couple of games. But this guy's won everything that is possible to win with a club. Champions League finals, Champions League winner, Premier League team that scored 99, literally 100 points. He's part of that flat back 4. People talking about Reece. Reece plays in a 5.
Yeah, a lot of protection.
He plays in midfield. Trent does it from an orthodox fullback position, and he's 22. He's not even remotely close to peaking. Tell the people when a defender peaks. Everyone will know. Look at the best defenders in the world. They peaked when they're 28, 29. Yeah. This guy's 22. He's a kid. And people are saying, oh, defensively. Listen to people in the know, man. Every major defender talks about Trent being elite, generational. And then you've got people on Twitter making video clips of him. And no, man, it don't make sense.
Yeah, no. Listen, I do rate Cancelo. I rate Reece James, but I just think...
So do I.
You know, like you said, James is playing in a back 5. He's got a lot of protection. Thiago, all them, man. Cancelo's playing left back. Can you be the best right back? You ain't getting in your team at right back. For me, Trent is incredible. Let me just read this super chat quick. George, thank you for the kind donation. Said, big up, lads. Great stream. Perhaps an unpopular opinion, but tomorrow's game gives me the 2015 City away vibes. We go there as underdogs, defended well, and hit them on the counter-attack. 2-0. Hope I'm damn right. I mean, listen. There's a lot of optimism amongst the Arsenal fans. I don't know if it's... I'm not getting caught up in it because I've been here before and, you know, and it's painful. So I'm just... You're still the favourites, but we got to hope. And, the last couple of results you've had give us that little bit of hope to cling on to,
Yeah, fair enough, man. Look, as I said, I see certain things in this Arsenal team. Whether it's enough for tomorrow, I don't know. I don't think so.
Left back, I mean, it's Robbo, isn't it? Really, but I do think his levels dropped a little bit this season. Not much, but a bit.
And that's fair to say as well. It has dropped. Again, he's played non-stop for 4 years. Only this season he's got an able deputy in Tsimikas.
Yeah.
So hopefully he gets the break that he needs. But he's been on roids, man, for 4 years the way he plays. You lot see the way he plays. It's mad energy, man, the way he plays up and down. But yeah, look, Tierney, I would love at Liverpool as an understudy, but Robbo's the daddy, innit?
Yeah, listen, he's proved it, Annie, over time. That Tsimikas looks decent, though. He looks all right going forward, especially.
We finally got a very able deputy, just like you lot have with Tavares.
Yeah, this is probably the two best left backs we've had together for a while in terms
Same, bro. Same.
You know what I mean? Centre back. Listen, I can't lie. I'm trying to squeeze one in here. It's hard work, but I'm trying to squeeze one, man. Left side centre back. I'm trying to get that Brazilian Donny in there with the veneer teeth, man.
I rate him. I wouldn't listen. This season, all right. Let's make it a little bit interesting. We'll base it on this season. If you base it on this season's form, I don't mind Gabriel with Virgin there. I don't mind Matip.
That sounds good to me. No, that sounds good to me. Listen, I got to squeeze some on it. The crazy thing is, a lot of Liverpool fans been saying Matip's been better than Van Dijk, but we can't leave Van Dijk out of a team. That just don't make sense.
Nah. I see where they're coming from, but Virgil, man, he commands authority and respect, man. He's the ultimate.
Is he the best centre back you've ever seen at Liverpool, or at least in the Premier League generation?
Hands down, Curtis. Hands down. When you see him in real life as well, when you see him play, because you know how much he dominates, especially in those 2 seasons when we won the Champions League and Premier League. He was out of this world, and people forget 9-10 months out. Man, any professional footballer that's out for 10 months, that's a hard trek back. People are judging him 10 games into the season. Relax, man. The guy will, by Christmas, he'll be back to his imperious best.
Has the injury had a big effect on him? I mean, I've seen him a little bit, but I haven't really watched him too closely.
It has to, innit? It has to impact you mentally, even if it's not physically. Sometimes mentally you're not. And even if it's 5%, it makes a massive difference in it when you're playing at the highest level, right, bro? You know that, innit? So.
Of course. Let's go into midfield. I mean, we can just do the whole 3 at once, really. Again, I can't lie. It's not form, but if we're going, I'm trying to squeeze Partey in there. I'm trying to get one man in the party, man. He's got ID, he's got his money. I'm trying to get him in.
Do you know what? It's not a straight no.
Yeah.
It's not a straight no, because I've told you, I think he's a beast as well.
Yeah.
So for the sake of, all right, let's say Thiago hasn't played enough this season. I don't mind putting Fabinho, Partey. I don't know. Like,
who would you pick as the third one? Henderson.
Bro, Henderson, say what you want about him, but every team that has won the league, if you go through every team lineup that's won the league last, God knows how many seasons, you need a Jordan Henderson there. No frills, but the motivator, the energy, the drive, the organizer, the talker. I'm not saying he's techers. I'm not saying he's got ball playing skills, but even, did you see his pass for the Salah goal against United? Outside of the
wild.
Do you know what I mean?
That was mad.
People have you seen his goal against Brighton, first time, bang, top corner. The brother can play, but he's asked to do a specific role for Liverpool, and people forget that. Every team needs a Jordan Henderson, man. You guys used to have. There was one player, man. Shit, my mind's gone blank. There was Ray Parlour, for example.
Oh, Parlour, yeah. Water carriers, aren't they, man?
Every team needs that, man. You know, people used People used to cuss down Fletcher for United, but remember how vital role he used to play for Man United, Sunji Park. People said, "What is, you need one man like that in your team." I can't see any. If it's not Thiago, it's got to be Henderson. And an Arsenal player. I'm sorry.
Henderson is one of them players. Like, if you're in the team, you would love him because he's doing your dirty work, and you love players like that. You know what I mean?
Simple. Someone's just said as Gilberto. Oh, what an unsung hero. What an unsung hero. Proper bad boy.
I mean, listen, left wing, right wing. We might as well, let's save some time. You've got a show at 10 o'clock.
Do the business, innit?
Although Mane hasn't been...
You say that, I hear that, but people compare him to when he was the top 3 attackers in world football a couple of seasons ago. He's not anymore. Doesn't mean he's crap now.
No, of course.
He's just gone down a notch, but his stats are sick still. He scored like 7 goals already this season. It's mad.
Can we have a debate here?
No, I'm happy to give you Aubameyang.
Yeah, okay, fair enough. I thought we were going to have to throw a few jabs.
No, I'm a big fan. You can't argue with Aubameyang.
Hey, throughout the teams,
throughout the teams that he's played in, he's still come through every time. Obviously, he had an issue with certain things, disciplinary issue, whatever. I'm not a big fan of that side.
No.
But on the pitch, and he looks like he's hungry again. Man's pressing. When have you seen Obama pressing and energized? Obama, if he's been crap, as I said, you guys know more, but if he's been crap every game, but I just think, Aubameyang, you have to have Aubameyang's record for last 5 seasons, last 3-4 seasons speaks for itself. Simple.
Yeah, man. No, listen, I know he's not on top form, but listen, he's still quality. Let's round up and listen. Grizz has got a show, by the way, at 10 o'clock. I think who have you got on? Turkish?
I got Turkish, I got Bavs, and I got a Liverpool fan to back me up, man. Because But you know what? People need to. Can I just plug my channel for it? Because people need to come over. We're not going to do a combined.
In the description as well, by the way.
Come over to Grizz Khan TV. We're doing something different. We're not doing a combined 11 because that's hard and it's very difficult. We're doing the invincible team to the league team that got us the Premier League title. So we're making it fun and interesting.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That gives us some firepower. We got some firepower now.
100%.
Tomorrow's game. Obviously, you're going. You're sticking with your prediction.
Yeah, look, even though I've made a good case for Arsenal, I think the midfield will be too strong for you guys. That's my feeling, man. I don't think it'll be easy. I genuinely don't think it'll be easy, like a walkover, like it's always is. I think it's going to be a fantastic game. Yeah, I think we'll come out on top, bro.
I'll be honest, I've predicted 1-1, but if you gave me £1,000 and said put a bet on, I'll be honest. If I'm being totally honest, I wouldn't back us to draw. I think the game's going to stretch us a little bit too much. I just think, like you said, the midfield, Partey's not fully fit. I think he'll be a bit too much.
One last question, Curtis. One last question. I want to ask something. And I was thinking about this. Is there any chance he rips up the system that he's been deploying last few games and plays Tierney as a third centre-back and keeps Tavares on the left-hand side there? I'm just putting it out there.
Yeah, do you know what? I wouldn't be surprised if he changed the team tomorrow. I just, for some reason, I'm like, Arteta going to Anfield playing 4-4-2. It wouldn't surprise me if he either goes with a third midfielder or changes it, but it's one of them, innit? It's one of them. Like, has he got a 4-4-2 in him? He got to be a brave man to play 4-4-2 at Anfield.
You do, bro. You do, but it will show your mentality, man. It will show where you at. Like if you go for that, I mean, big up Arteta and Arsenal if you go for it. Because look, I don't think you'll be disheartened if you lose 1-0 or 2-1, but you put in a great show. It will show progress from being battered.
Yeah.
So, you know what I mean? Let's see what happens.
The way I am, I'd rather go there, play 4-4-2, and it don't quite work, than go there and defend 3-5-2 and still get beat anyway. But we'll have to see. But Grizz, I'm gonna let you go. Listen, people, link in the description. It's on Grizz's channel, Grizz Khan TV. Make sure you go and subscribe to him. Go and watch him. He's on in 11 minutes. And listen, I hope you have a great day, but not too great, obviously.
I hear that, man. Listen, it's been a pleasure.
Coming on, man. It's been a pleasure. We'll have to do it again.
Listen, it's been an absolute joy and pleasure, man, talking football with another football man. Thank you very much for having me on, bro.
Come on, Grizz. Appreciate your time. Make sure you go and watch him in 10 minutes, people, and we'll catch up after the game. Big up everyone for tuning in, and I'll be back tomorrow, 4:45 with the watch along. Take care, everyone. Big up, Grizz.